All right, man. Let's take a look at our next match of the day.
That's right. It's going to be HuK versus Strelok. Little foreigner versus foreigner versus foreigner. European versus North American.
Yep. Obviously, HuK, one of the fan favorites, and Strelok, one of those guys who's really been around since the beta. Was already part of the very first internet. Actually, both of these guys were part of the first international Starcraft II LAN event ever. Well, LAN. Which was the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge Cologne in 2010, I believe. Both of them went out in the group stage, though. I remember that. Yeah, both. Yeah, real old schoolers, man.
I do agree. I do agree. This one, though, I've got it. When it comes to predictions, I feel like this one's a little bit easier to call. Strelok's a great European Terran player, but HuK is really, really supposed to be. Well, not supposed to be. He is top foreigner, top 2, top 3. He's super, super good. Definitely the favorite here. When it comes down to predictions, are you leaning that way?
Ben, I'm going for a huge upset. I think HuK's going to take it.
I can't disagree with that. I also think it's going to be HuK. So, that said, let's just jump into the game and let's see how it goes.
I'm excited, Ben. I can already spoil for you guys. The first map is going to be played on the Shadow Temple once more.
Oh. That was my bald head. We're not in the game yet.
This seems to be like the Shadow Temple day, man.
We start with the Shadow Temple every game.
Yes, that's why I said this seems to be like the Shadow Temple day. Really excited to kick things or not kick things off, but to continue things with a PvT. Of course, EG.HuK is our red Protoss spawning on the bottom side of the map, and FXO.Strelok is our friendly Ukrainian Teal Terran spawning on the top side of LT. And
I really don't know what to expect out of this game. I really haven't seen much HuK PvT in recent memory. When's the last time you saw HuK play against the Terran?
MLG. I was at the Barcraft and saw him playing Love. Against Love Terrans there, and I saw a few glimpses of his games at IPL, but it was hard to observe. I was mostly in the play area, so I was just walking around looking at many screens.
I was visiting family during that MLG. So how was HuK's PvT looking?
Looked pretty good. And I've seen him also in the Winter Arena. He played against Marine King actually a lot, and he put up a very good fight against Marine King often, so it looked pretty solid.
Strelok's classically had some pretty strong Terran versus Protoss. But especially recently, it feels like the European Terrans have been struggling in this matchup. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep kind of agreeing with our initial prediction. I think HuK's the big favorite here.
I feel that Strelok in general is sort of okay in this matchup, but one thing that has been bothering him for a long time, or at least troubling him, is that he's not very good in dodging storms. I've seen Strelok often just dance in storm, kind of like it heals his units, but actually it does do a lot of damage.
Contrary to popular belief?
Yeah, contrary to popular belief, or at least to when it feels when I play PvT.
Contrary to Ukrainian belief.
We see a little bit of that legendary HuK proper. Oh, he took one hit too much, man. I think HuK is out of shape.
Oh, yeah.
Reddit, are you watching?
Got poked once.
HuK is really losing his edge. This would have never happened to a HuK in shape.
He's lost his passion.
Oh. HuK gets the cybernetics going now as well. It's simulated up, so I'm expecting a 1-gate fast expand for HuK. He's gonna get a good scout off, of course. He sees there's still no refinery for Strelok, so that means a no gas fast expand build. The build that, I say it so often, all the European Terrans love and 8 out of 10 times go for as well.
It's really crazy how different European PvT is to Korean PvT. So that's actually something that might work against HuK a little bit, because he's in Korea, he's practicing with those guys. He might not be as accustomed, at least in the Korean metagame, to playing versus this.
I really like this. This is something we've seen quite a lot lately.
Yes, I do
That's
agree.
so cool. It's very fortunate for HuK, though, that he opens up with a Zealot. If he wouldn't have opened up with a Zealot, it takes him a century for him to take out this engineering bay. And actually seem to remember a game right
great
now.
control by Strelok. Will that SCD be able to get out of there?
Really good. Well, this is all perfect for Strelok. This fight is a little bit delayed. As we can see, no, actually, it's all going to line up
it's all going to line up very well. Strelok playing like a boss.
So far, so good. And HuK even being forced to use 2 probes right now, because even that Zealot has quite some DPS. Engineering Bay gets HP so quick.
Yep, and it's got armor. Can't forget that.
Yeah, I really like this.
Yep, great opening for Strelok. Best case. This is the best situation he possibly could have been in after 4 minutes.
And I've seen this game once, Ben, on the Shadow Temple, where a game like this was played. I'm not going to go there because I think I'm wrong, but I think it was HuK who then just took an expand over here, but it actually did not work out. Oh, it was against Cass. World Cyber Games, Cass versus HuK. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
That rotty memory. HuK is going to poke in here with a Stalker, and he's going to see a bunker full of Marines, so he gets nothing done. Obviously, he knows it's a no-gas fast expand. His probe was in there to see it, but he doesn't know what the follow-up is, and as we can see, it's going to be some barracks play, some bio action.
You know, I'm actually gonna ask Cass about this. I'm sure that he remembers that game. That was such a great series, such a shame. I'm not sure if it was streamed or not, but HuK versus Cass World Cyber Games round of 16, great PvT action. But anyway, I'm gonna let my memory fade right now. Focus on this game. I get carried away, Ben. I'm sorry.
Well,
It's like watching a good movie.
Ooh, Twilight Council.
And a robotics facility. You know what I'm thinking?
I think it's DT drop.
Yeah, but does he have the gas for it? His expand got delayed for quite a bit. I think he just wants to get an immortal charge. But yeah, why
It could
so
also
quick?
be Blink Ops. He could be all in with Blink Ops off 2 base. We've seen that a couple times.
We have seen that. Interesting. Really hard to predict what HuK is going to go for right now. I don't think DT drop is an option. When his expand got delayed so much, he's going to be so low on gas. That would just be a huge risk.
I also think if it was DT drop, he would have started the Robo later to line it up with the Dark Templar. I think it's going to be Blink Ops.
Interesting, then. I think you're right. Blink is on the way, and this is funny though, because Strelok already is researching Stim. This is sort of a normal timing though for a no gas fast expand, so it's not like a quick Stim build from Strelok or whatever. He's not breaking the metagame, guys. Not yet. But this in general shouldn't be that bad for Strelok. As soon as he's gonna... I mean, if he gets a lucky scan off, and I really love where HuK built his buildings, what I would have loved even more is he would build like a Robo over here and a Twilight over here, because if Strelok lands its scan here, which is unlikely because 9 out of 10 times Terrans are going to scan around here. See a little bit of the expand, see a lot of this area, but if Strelok scans this, he's going to switch to Marauders straight away, and then I think HuK is going to have a really hard time, because this is a big investment, man, and Stalkers are expensive units.
I
feel like I'm saying ban a lot.
Hey.
I don't like this.
How did I get this job, Ben?
Such a
Oh man, Strelok was poking around like he wanted to move out on the map. It would have been a good time to do so, because as we can see, HuK's not quite at the point where he's able to warp in and create a proper defense. Is warp gate done? No, not quite.
Almost. I really actually am a little bit worried for HuK right now, Ben, because this couldn't be any better for Strelok. He's getting the bio upgrades, he's getting Marauders, and he's playing against Blink Stalker. This is what you want to face. Oh, well, want to face is a big word, because some people just hate playing against Blink Stalkers, but if you had to choose for to go for a certain strat, okay, maybe tanks would be even better, but Stim Marauders, that's pretty much your dream scenario.
He's going to have a great army. The question is he going to be able to deal with HuK's control? That top 3 control.
That top 3 control is not to be not to mess around with. Economy-wise, he's doing really good. 40 SCVs against 39 probes. This is all good, but the only problem is he still does not know what he's facing. I think HuK's just going to go for it right now, kill a few SCVs, maybe pick off a tech lab. He doesn't know what he's picking up though.
It's going to be, what is he picking up? Concussive shells. That's a nice.
So he's probably going to stay around to pick the other one up as well. No, HuK doesn't gamble.
The SCV will get picked off. Is HuK going to get out of there? Okay, a little bit of blink micro up on the cliff. I like this. Zealot's warping in as well. This is a nice attack by HuK.
Reinforcement. I really think HuK is in trouble. He's going to lose so many of these
Stalkers.
Stalkers.
Blink, a very aggressive blink. He's going to throw away all of his units, and HuK is now in some serious trouble.
Wow, that was really weird, because he even saw that Strelok just stimmed straight away over there, so he knew Strelok had stim. Look at this. This is top 3 control, by the way. 2 Stalkers on 1 HP or 2 HP. But this went so good for Strelok. HuK went for this blink. I'm not sure, like he saw that stim was ready, right? Or am I crazy right now?
I don't know. Maybe he was... anything could have happened. Maybe he was building a pylon and he didn't see the stim. He thought maybe he could have picked it off, but he definitely misplayed that.
Yeah, I mean, like it can be worth sacrificing a few units if you can pick off stim, because that's the most important thing. And he saw the tech lab spinning, but I could swear, like either my memory is failing me right now.
Strelok stimmed.
That he already stimmed.
He should have seen it.
Yeah. And well, HuK is in serious trouble now.
Yeah, he's gonna keep trying to make these stalkers do some work, but. He's going to get a depot, but Strelok's army... Well, Strelok's got no metavacs. He's something... Well, never mind. 2 of them had to pop out. So
Charge is on the way for a HuK, but...
this is really good for Strelok. He's got a huge timing here that he can just hit. I mean, there's 8 Stalkers out. That's it. What can HuK do to defend?
Nothing. I mean, Charge is really good, but not when you're in the shape that he is right now. The good thing is that HuK is such a good player. He's really good with multitasking. He can... basically dodge around all the time, and I think that's what he's going to do. Just try to save as much time as possible. Look at Starcraft, by the way. He's stimming really a lot.
Much. Yeah. Maybe too much. HuK might lose a Stalker.
This was perfect though for HuK. He forced Strelok to get all the way back. He doesn't end up losing his... No, he did not lose his Observer because he already moved it. Smart HuK. I like it a lot. But if HuK does it 1 or 2 more times, he's going to be fine, because maybe eventually he get the Twilight and Templar Archives.
Getting those Zealots. Now, something that is worrisome though is HuK's got no upgrades.
Such a good blink once more by HuK. I wonder what Strike is going to do. He's just going to stim with 2 Marauders right now, focusing some low HP Stalkers straight away. Look at these 2 Marauders, man.
Really good. Stalkers are going to be fighting against Marauders and Marine and a couple Marines and some SCVs. I don't know, man.
This is cute micro by HuK, but his DPS is so low. These 4 Stalkers, they really won't get that much done. And look at this army of Strelok that's moving in.
Man, this is HuK doesn't have enough. It's just Zealots against Stim Marines. There's just not going to be enough. HuK is going to come charging in there, but you can see that Stim bio under medevac support. Zealot's doing an okay job, but with no upgrades. Zealot's just going to march right forward. He's going to pick off a couple of pylons. He killed a 2-4 archive?
Yeah. Dropping 10 archives right now.
And now HuK is kind of dead.
He is. He's going to try to make a last stand effort with those pros, with those Zealots, but it doesn't matter. HuK calls GG. Strelok takes the first map. Wow.
And looked pretty convincing, honestly. Great play by Strelok. Hats off to him, man. Maybe we've underestimated our Ukrainian buddy.
No, he played that fantastic, but I already said while the game was going on, if you play against Blink Stalkers as a pro, like as HuK did,
yeah.
I mean this is basically what you want to have happen. You want to have your stim pretty quick, which Strelok had, like not super quick, but pretty quick skim. And he didn't stay with Marauders. He didn't try to get something else. He didn't stay with Marines, by the way. He went for a lot of Marauders, and that's just perfect. And even though he didn't really saw the Stalkers, he had plenty of Marauders and way more than enough to deal with HuK's Blink Stalker army.
Yep.
And that one blink from HuK was of course very questionable.
Yeah, well, no, it was the wrong move. I don't think there's too much to question. He lost way too much. If he hadn't lost those Stalkers, if he'd kept them all alive, he would have been able to dance around a lot more than he did. Yeah. But that's not the way it played out. So unfortunate for HuK. Strelok does go up 1-0. That game was brought to you guys, brought to you folks by AZO monitors.
I have a bad influence on you, man. In a year, he can't speak English anymore.
Seriously, I'm gonna start saying turd base.
I hate you so much right now.
AZO monitors are really sweet. Go buy one. We'll be back with game number 2.
Anyway, the second map is going to be played on the Ohana. I do want to confirm once more. Ooh, that's a quick scout, by the way, by HuK. 9 scout in PvT. Interesting. This game is a replay, by the way, guys. Obviously, we do not know the result. I've never casted a game in my life that I knew the result of. They played it this morning, I believe, because obviously it's hard to get a Korean and a European to play against each other live. But yeah, the first match was live, Sand vs Gunsy. This is a replay, just to confirm, but we are live. It was played this morning. I just got confirmed. So.
Yeah, actually, the rest of our games today will be casted from replay, but they were all played throughout the course of the morning and the early afternoon.
Of course, to guarantee you guys the best games, we could potentially force every player to wake up at 4 AM or just at 9 AM in the morning, but yeah, that's not gonna benefit the league anything. So we want to make it as comfortable for the players as possible, as long as the games are relevant and not 3 patches old.
Man, 9 AM? I've already been up for 4 hours.
Yeah. Unless my parents come to visit, then you wake up at 4 PM.
Man, I feel like we had gone out the night before or something. I think I was hungover.
Hungover?
Yeah.
Isn't it hangover?
No, not in the past tense.
Okay.
I could say I had a hangover.
Cool. Strelok once more is going for the no gas fast expand build. And HuK is going for a very quick expand, by the way. I love this build, by the way, from HuK, man. I know the production crew has a lot of fun right now.
Yeah, they're making jokes.
They're making jokes about our promos.
That's a very fast forge. This is the build that we saw
Hero do
against
Ryung. Right? Yeah, I love this build. I thought it looked so cool and it looked so safe. This is a really, really interesting build. And yeah, it works out really, really well on Ohana because of this high ground thingy over here. Makes it even harder for Marines to take down a cannon. And I love, by the way, that game. We did not cast it. It was played yesterday. But if you guys missed it, Ryu went for, sort of for a 1-1 push off 2 base. So he went for a quick expand as well. They made a very quick push with a lot of Marines and some tanks. And it looked a little bit scary for Hero, but the way that Hero stayed passively for so long was so nice. 1 cannon here, 1 cannon here, warping round, another warping round. He hold back so long that eventually Rune is like, okay, I can't actually do this right now because charge is going to be ready. There are Immortals on the field. I have to go back. That was so well played by Hero. If you guys have trouble pulling crazy expand strategies off as Protoss, watch that game of yesterday, Hero versus Ryung. I learned a lot from it.
HuK's saving so much boost.
Don't hit 100!
Why is he saving? Is it because he wants to get that upgrade going?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't know. There's always, you can never have 100. You should try and boost probes, if anything.
No, either way, he's going to get that upgrade going fairly soon, as he is working on 2 gas.
But who are we, Ben, to say how HuK should spend his Chrono Boost?
Nobody.
Absolutely nobody.
But we can tell Damaga that he shouldn't put his 2 Spires in the same place.
Yes. And he liked that.
He did.
Dima said he won a lot of games because of that, so that was nice.
HuK's only got 2 probes in each gas. Oh, I guess that's intentional. What are you going to do with that gas, HuK? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, Kev.
One of the things once with Nama as well, I was casting a TVZ, and I said something about like having supply depots in front of your command center when they just sacrifice banings all the time. And then Nama's like, that's very smart, Rotti, and then he always did it.
Sometimes we have good ideas, man.
He's like, yeah, I got it from your cast. I was like, oh, Nama, that's so sweet.
Nama. And then Nama went on to beat Idra on stream a couple times with battlecruiser rushes.
Nama is talented, man. He's just not.
He's really good.
He's not always that serious about the game, but he's such a talented Terran
I think
player.
I think you said always wrong. Oh shoot! I meant to say ever. Never mind. I was trying to make a joke. Drop the ball.
You're very funny today. You see Refinery of Strelok as well. Strelok not going for that many Rexes. If you take a look at Strelok's build right now, by the way, Ben, if HuK would go for quick blink Starcraft Rashets, I can't take that serious. I want to repeat that note right now. if HuK would go for blink Starcraft right now, it would be a lot better. And
Kevin got in trouble for name calling.
Yeah.
All right, Banshee's coming out with Cloak from Strelok.
Even though like Cloak could be scary, but he had in the robotics facility as well to the observers. If HuK would have gone for the same build, it would have been a lot better for him in facing this strategy. Then again, maybe Strelok is going for this build because he scouted that quick nexus, which he did not do in the previous game, because he blocked the natural expand with that engineering there.
HuK going up to 7 gates. And he hasn't gotten that robo yet, Kev, so the Cloak Banshee could be really, really scary if he doesn't get that mixed in here soon.
I'm starting to really worry about this as well. This is a ton of gates for HuK. Cloak is more than halfway done.
I like that Strelok's playing this kind of delayed Banshee style. We've seen the Koreans doing it for a little while.
And he's also getting siege tanks, man, and if siege tanks is pretty much the best thing that you can ever have against mass gateway pooch. It seems like HuK is getting really unfortunate with the strategies that he chooses. And look at this, Strelok's gonna spot that pylon straight away. But did HuK see that Banshee?
Well, he hasn't reacted with the robo yet. He's not.
But he hasn't forged. So I mean, forges are not great against Cloak Banshees.
It's like an eventual answer, though.
Yeah.
The energy's gonna run out. I don't think it's gonna go too well for HuK. The Banshee's gonna make its way over. Tanks are. Well, siege mode's not ready. HuK has about.
Yeah, but this is super hard to break with gateway units. This is really, really hard to break with gateway units, and this Cloak Banshee is gonna make its way into HuK's base right now. HuK is in a world of trouble.
Oh my God! This is almost. It's not technically a build order loss, but this is a great situation for Strelok.
Yeah, I don't think that HuK is going to be able to break this, but he's going to try to go for it. Guardian Shield is activated.
Siege mode not quite done yet, but here comes HuK. We're going to see some force. Oh, and there's a Cloak Banshee to help defend. Strelok can just pick off all the sentries with that. It won't even be an issue. Siege mode is now done. Strelok has 2 tanks out. Best case scenario. Where's the other Banshee? Oh, there he is. Oh my goodness, HuK. Are you even watching HuK? 10 kills. Finally he pulls probes.
And it didn't matter that much. He doesn't have detection, so it doesn't matter where he pulls it. Just now he wipes in this robotics facility. He's gonna wipe in his Stalker over here, but HuK is in so much trouble. It's
40
insane.
supply against 64 HuK. So far behind. I don't know that there's anything he can do. He's adding cannons. He's getting a robo. But Strelok has got tanks.
HuK is getting really unlucky, as you mentioned, man, with the strategies that he chooses. Then again, you can always rewind it and then saying maybe you just picked the wrong one. Obviously, Starcraft II is a game where everybody gambles a little bit, at least once in a game. HuK perhaps taking big risks, going for a strategy like this, just trying to get that quick win with a lot of gates.
Yeah.
Not getting rewarded for it.
There's stalkers out in the middle of the map. We're trying to hunt down the Banshee, but HuK was not able to find it. She's going to make it back home safe and sound. Well, maybe. Nope, that was going to make it home too. So, Strelok.
Strelok playing really well, though.
Yeah, he's playing perfectly. He's definitely been fortunate with just how well his builds have worked in his favor. 57 supply for HuK against 82 for Strelok.
HuK still does have a worker lead. Like, if there's anything that's working for HuK, it's probably the worker lead. Despite Strelok killing 20 probes, that's kind of insane. So HuK went for a 7-gate build, but he's still been building a ton of probes. He's researching charge right now. He's playing against Tank Marine, so it's gonna be tough. He doesn't have any upgrades either. Like, absolutely zero. Would be very nice to get at least an armor upgrade out. Then again, he's so low on units that it's always risky to invest into upgrades right now. And Strelok is moving out.
And this is a really, really
Wow.
nasty army. +1 will probably be done by the time Strelok wants to fight. Combat shield is also probably going to be finished up.
And just now, HuK is warping in at the Templar archives, but of course that's not going to help him anymore. Because, well, maybe he can warp into our Templars and feedback these Banshees, but they don't even have that much energy, and they won't have either because they have Cloak.
And Banshees can just pick off sentries, so force field's going to be pretty much a non-issue. Strelok's doubling HuK's army supply right now. And here we go, man. The tanks making their way. They're already sieged up on that low ground. And this is exactly what we said. The Banshee's going to try to pick off some sentries. Kills one. One Banshee's going to go down, but
4 siege tanks.
oh, Banshee, you don't want to hang out there. And this is just a nasty, devastating push by Strelok. I don't think HuK's got an answer.
HuK is just trying to save as much time as possible. Perhaps he's going for it right now. A lot of Zealots storming in.
They are going to stream right in there, but does he have enough? There's a lot of Stim Marines. The siege tanks making short work of everything else. And Strelok, what an upset this is going to be.
Wow.
2-0 against HuK. Who would have predicted that? Not me.
Not me either.
Not you either. And wow.
That's just crazy.
High promise. I mean, Strelok played great. His builds were really good against HuK's builds. Is kind of a lot of what it boils down to.
Surprising to see HuK choosing the strategies that he goes for. He didn't play the standard, just go for an expand, get a couple of gates and maybe perhaps one Colossus to feel safe, or High Templars and then into Colossus, trying to go for those macro games. Because both games were very risky. Game 1, he just wanted to be really aggressive, which can work. Because often if you feel that you're better than your opponent, you can play really, really aggressive, because the more aggressive you play, the more likely it is that you force your opponents to make mistakes. This is something that we all face when we play a better player. It's like, okay, this guy's all over the place, I'm really starting to screw up right now. But yeah, that didn't happen the first game. And the second game, HuK goes for a 7-gate, which is basically an all-in strategy. And
Against Cloak and tanks.
Yeah. The worst thing that could happen.
I really wonder if we can pull it back full circle to the question we asked at the beginning of the cast. HuK's playing the Korean metagame. Strelok's doing what the Europeans do. HuK's builds don't seem to really to fit that.
Nope. Not in this case, but I've seen HuK play so different as well. So I don't know.
That's a great win for Strelok. $150 in his pocket, so he's going to be very happy, and that puts him in a great place in the division. That's 2 points. That game was brought to you guys by GameMinder. Go check them out. Handleabber.com/ I believe it's products. I don't have it written down right in front of me, but it's an awesome app for your smartphone that allows you to set reminders for game releases and things like the NASL broadcasts, which you should be watching every night.
In 1080p.
In 1080p with your HD pass.
So we buy
with
drinks.
9,999 of your friends, thus coaxing me and Roddy into buying the first round of drinks at the Anthill Pub this Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you've said it all, Ben. I think you've said it all.